Okay, so this should be a really quick video. This is on the week 9 worksheet for 3-108 plus B. And we're tasked with calculating the expected value of this spinner. So if you don't know, expected value is calculated by adding up this little symbol right here. It just means add up all of these. It's called a summation. We're going to add up all of the probabilities times their point values. Okay, so we're going to multiply the probability that we get a point, we're going to multiply a point value times the probability that we would get that point, and then we're going to add all of those up for however many points we have. So let's get into it. Let's look at we have 3 point values here, right? And the first thing that I notice is that there's a right angle here. This means that that's 90 degrees. Now, if you remember, there's 360 in the entire circle. So that means that 90 out of 360 times, we're going to land on 8. So that's really important. I'm going to write that here, 90 out of 360. We'll come back to this. Over here, it's told that 24, we're going to land on that 120 times out of 360 because it's 120 degrees. And then that begs the question, how much is left over here for 6? Let's find out. So if there's 360 degrees total, we're going to subtract 120, and then we're going to subtract 90, and that should tell us how much is left down there. There's 150 degrees left down here for 6. So 150, and that'll be divided by 360. So now what we need to do is we need to simplify each of these. So you can do it, by hand, or you can do it on your calculator if you'd like. The way that you do that is you're going to do 90 divided by 360, and we're going to go to math, fraction. Enter, that's 1/4. There's a 1/4 chance that we land on 8. Okay, what about 120 divided by 360? I'll show you where that is again. So in order to go to get the fraction, we go to math, we click that, and then we hit fraction is the first option, so we just hit enter. And then it shows up, we hit enter again, and that would be 1/3. Okay, last one, 150 divided by 360. Fraction, 5/12. Okay, and if we're unsure that we got these right, we can add them all up and they should equal 1, right? So let's try that out right now. So 1/4 plus 1/3 plus 5/12, that equals 1. So we know that it's right, right? So now we get into the expected value. Now it's going to go really quick. All we have to do is expected value equals our first point value, which is 8, times the probability that we get that point value, which is 1/4. Then we add the next one. Next point value is 24, times the probability that we get that point value is 1/3. Plus, next one is 6. Right over here, 6. The probability that we get that point value is 5/12. Now all we have to do is multiply these, add them together. So I'll multiply it by hand. So it'll be 8/4 plus 24/3 plus 30/12. Okay, so 8/4, that's equal to 2, plus 24/3, that's equal to 8, plus 30/12, that one's a little bit more challenging. Let's see what that is. That's 2.5. Okay, so all I do is I add those up. 2 plus 8 plus 2.5, that equals 12.5. So my expected value equals 12.5. What does this mean? This means that every time that I spin this, I'm expected, on average, to get 12.5 points. Now, of course, there is no 12.5 points on here, so I'm not actually going to get 12.5 points. But if I were to spin it a bunch of times, I would, on average, get 12.5 points per every time that I spin it. So that's how you do an expected value problem. And that's really all there is to it. These go by really quick.